All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now a give, right side. McLeod. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check pass. Check pass.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Check, 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 check. What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. 3 down, 3 down.
Hey, 24.
Check, check. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Alert.
SOS, SOS, SOS. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Wide, get wide.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run it now out of the gun. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to beat.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second down now, McLeod, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, 59. Undercoat. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Slam. Same. Hey, 55. Points down. He's coming.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check, crunch.
On first down, Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side. McLeod. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. McLeod. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We're scoreless after 1.
What's that? 19. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball. 54. Hey, Mike 51. All day.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Here's Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. Quentin Williams in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls, because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
A 3rd down gain of 19. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, it's locked. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now Locke. He's got his tight end, Fant. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Locke now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
44's the mark, 44's the mark. Check. Here we go, D, get off the field.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's locked. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's locked. This is the tight end fan. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. 44.
Throwing on 1st down is locked. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
You better be afraid of me.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Lock now, 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. On 1st and 10, here's Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit. There you go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's locked. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will be fielded at the 8. He spins free. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw on third down. Lock. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. On play action, Locke. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Locked again here on 2nd and 10. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Lock now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Deshaun Hamilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Watson able to complete this one to McCloud. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
No.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go!
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Open man here is Hamilton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Locke now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Locke now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, boy. Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. 552.
On first down, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And the return will stop right around the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Set. 19. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Watson on first down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now in Tampa. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
This is it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harper. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson over the middle, and it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Broncos' 45-yard line.
Check hot route. Hot. Hey, alert 3. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Hey, 24.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Go.
From midfield, here's Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Turn up.
After the interception, here's Watson. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
34 down, he's coming. At 31. You don't want him. Tight dog. You.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end. That last kickoff return, for a moment thought he might break it, but in the end, they get the tackle and stop the drama.
You were starting to have more fun, weren't you?
Well, I was starting to stand up.
Yeah, you were into that one. Who knew? We thought maybe they might get that miracle finish that they were looking for. Didn't quite get it done.
So for the Broncos, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, it's a tough one to swallow.